Great.
I'm here at the last and final video about the project Paralympic Games. And today the Paralympic Games started officially, but the first game we will have tomorrow or this night, however, in which time zone you live. So yeah, and as final, we talk about how the games will run, in my opinion, and also in the opinion of our guests. And at first, yeah, my guest is Erkki Miinala from Finland, a former Paralympic champion from 2012. And at first, thanks for joining us, Erkki.
Yes, hi everybody, and thanks Ernst from this invitation. And it's wonderful to be part of this show, and I'm very excited because the Paralympic Games are the most waited and most anticipated games will start after a few hours, and its first match will be Brazil against Lithuania in men's side. So it's wonderful starting match. So I'm full of excitement and full of anticipation for the games, and it's great to be here. Of course, I have a quite mixed emotions because I really love to play goalball, and I have been last 3 Paralympic Games, but this time Finland couldn't manage to place to the Tokyo Paralympics, so we have started new campaign to qualify for the Paris. But great, thanks for the invitation to this show, and I'm really pleasure to talk about the goalball. It's my passion, and it's great to be here.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I agree with you. I also love goalball, and I love to talk about goalball because of that. Yeah, my channel. I found my channel, Goalball Talk, portrayed by Ernst Meusel. And yeah, you told the first game, Brazil versus Lithuania. That's one of the most important games, I would mean, if you look on the past, and they had many good competitions, Brazil and Lithuania, overall the semi-final at the World Championship 2018. So yeah, I think that would be a fantastic game. But if we look on the Paralympic Games in general, I want to talk with you at first. Yeah, maybe you saw my predictions I have, and what's your opinion about that? I can explain it for the spectators who doesn't see my predictions. And my prediction was that the Paralympic champion will be the USA, in my opinion. And the second place Germany, the third place Brazil. What's your opinion about that?
I have the top 4 which you have. I think there is USA, Germany, Lithuania, and Brazil. The top 4 for me. It's also similar, but I think USA to win Paralympic gold. It would be very big surprise for me. I think they have chance to qualify to the semi-finals. It's very close. I think they will compete with Ukraine or China or this kind of teams. But I think, in my opinion, it's top 3 will be Brazil, Germany, and Lithuania. I think the final maybe will be Brazil and Lithuania, and Germany would take the bronze medal. I'm quite sure that Brazil will take the semi-final place, because even though they haven't played so much international matches for a long time because of the COVID-19 break, and that's why maybe their first matches could be quite sticky and quite difficult, but they will get better match by match. They are very professional goalball players, so they will I believe they will definitely manage to the top 4. And Lithuania is it's a great experienced and routine to win right games, and they are still okay. Their middle age of the team is almost 37 years old, but they have a huge offensive arsenal, and they have a great experience to win. So they will be also in the top 4. And Germany, which has been very great during last 4 years. So I believe that they would really like to highlight their campaign for Rio, from Rio to Tokyo, to be in the medal matches in Tokyo. And of course, before the Paralympic Games, they had some injuries, but for the key players, I think Oliver Herauf and Michael Dennis have to skip the Lithuanian tournament. So let's see if they are getting back on track. And yeah, but I think Lithuania, Brazil, Germany, USA, or Ukraine will be the 4th team in the semifinals.
Okay, yeah. I think that Brazil, from the game quality, I would mean Brazil is the top favorite, but yeah, I would mean because of the nerves, they will lose in the semifinal. That was the same in 2016 in the semifinal against the USA. They lost 1-10 by throwing 9 penalties in total.
Yeah, that's true.
And also in 2012 in the final against you, they lost 1-8. And they got 3 goals against in the first minute. So yeah, I would mean I don't think that Brazil will win I think the Paralympic title is maybe too much for the Brazilian team. If you look on that.
Yeah, I think of course they have a huge pressure on their shoulders. They have won every major championships match after Rio semifinal defeat against USA. So of course they know that they must do that. They must win the Paralympic gold, but it's not easy. And if they have find some secret to handle the pressure, they could do that. But of course it's not easy, and everything can happen in the semifinals or in the final. And of course the top favorite is Brazil, but let's see how they can handle the pressure. And they have really big pressure on their shoulders, and in the last, as you said, in the last 2 Paralympic Games, they have lost the control under the pressure.
Yeah, and then I want to talk about the USA. Then I think on the USA, why I think that they will win. That's not because of the game quality. If you look on the game quality, Brazil is the top favorite, and the USA maybe aren't in the top 4 if you only look on the game quality. But the US is strong because of their nerves, of course, their mental power. Then they say we will win the gold medal, and that's the only thing we will do. So, and if you look back, for example, on 2016, also no one thought that the US will win and will come into the final game. And also in 2014 at the World Championship, if you look on the game quality, they won the bronze medal, and you asked, why they won. Also, if you look on the semifinal against Finland, you played them by yourself, and I mean, in 2014, from the game quality, Jano, and Petri were 2 times or 3 times better than the US, but in the end, it was also a close game. So because of that, I think that makes the US the strongest team.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Of course, it's in this because markings are very close in these best teams. The game quality, the way how the teams play, they are very close each other's in the top four, and of course the mental how strong you are mentally. It's very crucial in these semifinals and medal games. So I'm on your side about that. That USA, they are very good in this mental power and with mental strength, and that's why I believe that they will in the top four. But they must also get a lot of better quality in their defense, and of course they must be very not make mistakes in the offensive side. So they must play in their really top level or over that they can finally win the whole tournament. But I believe that they have very good chance to be in the medal games, because as you mentioned, that they are very strong in the this kind of back against wall games in like quarterfinals and semifinals. So anything can happen. But yes, once again, I would be very surprised if they can win the whole tournament. But everything is possible.
Yeah, everything is possible for sure. And if I also look back on the preparations, the USA had a friendly tournament in Trakai in May, and they won every single game, including the win against Lithuania to win the title. And if I look back, for example, Germany in Vilnius, they lost against you as a non-qualified team for the Tokyo Paralympic Games, and also against Ukraine. Also, although they leaded 5-0 at halftime. And look back on Belgium, they lost against Belgium. And if I look on that, I mean, if you lose against Belgium or also against Ukraine, although you lead by 5-0, and finally against you as a non-qualified Tokyo team. So I would mean, if you lose these games, you can't win. You can't win the Paralympic Games. What's your opinion about that?
But of course, we have to remember that Germany in Vilnius tournament, they didn't have Michael Dennis and Oliver Herauf in their lineup. So that's the very big difference. If these two guys are in good shape in Tokyo, and they are get over all the injuries, and they are in the top level in their playing. But if they haven't do that, then Germany is in a problems. I think they have also Felix Roche and Thomas Tiger are very top class players, but they need Oliver Herauf and Michael Dennis. They have to be also in a good shape that Germany could go to the semifinals and could fight for the medal in the Tokyo Paralympic Games. So of course, the preparation tournaments give a lot of information which way the teams are preparing for the tournament. But of course, injuries are injuries, and now if they get over that, it's good for them, and maybe they are ready to fight for the medals after all.
And also, you talked about how it depends on if Michael Dennis and Olli Herauf plays or not. And what's your opinion, what they can reach? For example, Michael Dennis was injured and they have to play without him. Would you mean also then they can, for example, reach the quarterfinals, or then they can, what's your opinion about that?
If they have to play without Michael Dennis or Olli Herauf, both then they have a lot of problems to reach even quarterfinals, because their pool B, it's very tough pool. There is also Turkey, Belgium, China. They are really high level teams, and Ukraine. I think it will be very tough team in this tournament, because in Vilnius tournament they were very solid, really very stable team working, and they have a very dynamic attacks and very good throwing, and they are one of my favorite to be very big surprise in this tournament, and maybe even go to the semifinals. It's possible, and of course Michael Dennis and Oli Hövav, they are very important for German teams. So if they are not in the good shape and they are not ready to play, it's could be very difficult situation for Germany. But we will see tomorrow. Maybe first game against Turkey, it will tell us more about the situation of the German team. But yeah, it's very nice to see what's the at the moment the situation with these guys.
Yeah, and then let's talk about the teams who can reach a surprise. For example, Ukraine or Turkey. At first, about Turkey. If we look back on the past, for example, in London 2012, Turkey was a nearly perfect defensive team. If you look back on the games 2012, and there are 8 games at this competition, they got 9 goals in total. 9 goals in total. The end in all games. Yeah, maybe you as the Paralympic champion, you lost in the prelim round without scoring a goal against Turkey.
Yeah.
And also in the semi-final, it was a close 2-0 win.
Yeah.
So yeah, Turkey is really actively to play, and yeah, maybe the offense is not as good, but the defense. And what do you think? What that makes with the others if they know, if I play Turkey, I can't get a goal against, because then the game can be over.
Yeah, that's true that the Turkey it's very solid in defense, and they base their playing on good defending, and then of course but in the last preparation tournaments they have played sometimes they play very solid defending, and sometimes they lost the focus on defending. So let's see, it's very hard to predict how the Turkish guys start to play. Of course, their mentality is to get great defense and throw very difficult spinning bouncing balls to the other side. And of course, they are not the best, the most challenging throwing team, most challenging offensive team. So they have to make opponents' life very difficult with some spinning balls and a lot of changes in the rhythm of the play if they want to make a goals. But yeah, let's see. I'm quite sure that maybe Turkey will qualify to the quarterfinals, but maybe the quality at the moment it's not so high that than a couple of years ago, because I think the center player Hussein Alkan and the right winger Tunçay Karakaya, they are not in their best level. They were not in their best level in Vilnius, but let's see, maybe they have fixed things. Maybe they have get it better. But Turkey is not my biggest favorite to qualify to the. Of course, maybe they can reach the quarterfinals, but not semifinals. It's maybe too much for them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but if you said they have a solid defense and maybe the offense is not as good, but in the past it also worked. Yeah, they beat Brazil at 2012. They beat Brazil. They beat Lithuania. Yeah. So maybe I think.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. I think so. Things has changed a little bit. I think after that they played 2012. It's a very special tournament because I think we play with a touch ball, which is quite difficult to throw, like this KSC German ball. It's this is lots of more flexible, and also the London Paralympic Games there, the floor material of the tournament was quite slow. Let's see what kind of floor material they have in a Tokyo Paralympic Games. Of course, if it's very slow and it's very easy to defend on that floor, then I think Turkey could be very challenging team for each opponent, because they are very good defending in the slow Taraflex floors, and that's could be good for them. But we will see soon what kind of the venue will be, what kind of floor material they have, and how fast and quick throws we will see.
Yeah. Okay. So we talked about Turkey, then we talk about Ukraine, I would mean, and they won the silver medal at the European Championship 2019. And the strange thing about the Ukraine, if you look on the European Championships in the other years, 2017, 2015, for example, they won the prelim round they were first place at prelim round. But then they lost every game and had to go to the B division.
Yeah.
And what's your opinion about that? What's the reason for that? That you win every game and then and with quarterfinals you lose every game.
Yeah. Okay. It's a totally different world. The pool matches, of course, you have some teams put all in this pool matches. They want to win every match. They sometimes maybe they didn't save the energy for the right games. That's the one thing. Of course, maybe Ukrainians have played too hard the pool matches. They want to win every match, and they put all in every match. Maybe the energy, the batteries were not charged anymore in a crucial games. But of course, I think one more big question is also how strong they are mentally. As we saw that in the 2015, 2017, they've won their pool, but then they go down to the pool B. That's also they maybe were not so strong in mentally side, and that's one big thing. But I think they have got it better in the Rostock. They managed to reach the final place. They took the silver, so maybe now it could be make the turn, and maybe this time they are also mentally stronger and ready also to take a semi-final place in the Tokyo. And I will be not so surprised if they reach the top 4 in this Paralympic Games, because as I said, they are very solid and stable in the team working, in team defense, and they have a very good roster. They have 5 very good players. They can make a change. They can save the energy, and they can substitute the players. So that's a very big secret for them, and I think they will be very tough opponent for each team in this competition.
Okay, yeah, and let's talk about the host, Japan. What's your opinion? What can reach Japan at the games?
Yeah, I think they have a very important match in the opening day against Algeria. I think they have to win that one. That it will give them a lot of confidence and maybe a lot of energy and motivation to challenge also the big favorites Brazil, Lithuania, and USA. Japan is playing for. Of course, they are in the host team. Of course, they have they are very proud of that, and they really want to play for their pride. And of course, that's why they are very tough opponent. Even if their game quality is not at the same level than like a Brazil, Lithuania, and USA, but I think they could challenge them. They are also, if they get good spirit on, and they get their defense working, they become very tough opponent. And of course, the big problems are, of course, the offensive side, how they can make goals, because they are not the strongest throwers, but many times they are very tactical, and they have tested many kind of tactics surely before the Paralympic Games, and I think they are very good prepared. So let's see. I believe that they will be the fourth team in a Pool A, which will manage to the quarterfinals, and anything can happen in these kind of games when they are playing in like a hosts, and you can put everything in and get good team spirit on. So let's see. I believe that we will see Japan team in a quarterfinals.
Yeah, and if they finish on the fourth place, that's what I think. And I also think that Germany will finish on first place in their group. So the quarterfinal opponent from Japan will be Germany. And maybe you know that Germany, every time when they played Japan, they had real problems. And for example, at the Miinala Intercup 2019, Japan leaded 5-1 at halftime, and in the end it was an 11-11. So can you think this time Japan could beat Germany when they play against each other?
Yeah, that's not the like I think it's most probably result that Japan will win. But of course, quarterfinals are very strange. They have a very strange tension. There is a back against wall matches. If you lose that game, you don't reach your dream. You can't reach your dream anymore. Everything is over, and so every team has a big pressure in this kind of matches. So how you can handle the pressure and how strong you can be in a mental side, it will be very crucial. And I think Japan, if they get a very great atmosphere in the team and very good team spirit, they could challenge very hard the German side if they will meet in the quarterfinals. So it will be very tough game. But yeah, still I believe that if Germany has won their pool, that means that they have their best lineup on, and they are in good shape. So I believe that their quality of their play is so much higher than Japanese. So maybe this time it's too much for the hosts to handle.
Yeah, but if we look back, for example, also the World Championship 2018, it was also only a 7-4 win for Germany. So yeah, Japan maybe Japan is the opponent. Yeah, Germany can play. So yeah. And I mean, yeah, then maybe Japan, and also because Japan is the host, and yeah, I also think that Germany will win, but I think maybe that could be an opportunity for Japan to get the next step. And yeah, they also got a draw in the past, and yeah, maybe this time they can climb this step and win against Germany. But I also don't believe on that. But I mean, maybe as host, it's another situation. So
yeah, they have opportunity, and we can say that that's true, that they have opportunity to surprise the German side. But yeah, it's not the most probably result. But as we said, everything can happen in the quarterfinals.
Yeah. Also, if we look on the other quarterfinals, I predicted that Lithuania will play Turkey, and then yeah, I think that Lithuania will win, but also then it could be in the direction of Turkey, because Turkey won in the past many times against Lithuania. So yeah, and Lithuania changed also after 2016. They are not the same team, maybe with the lineup, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I really understand that, and that's the secret, because if Turkey will get their best level of defense working in this quarterfinal, it will be very challenging for Lithuanians who leave for the making goals, and they get a huge energy to get the goals, and they love to do that. So their play style is that they are strong offensively, and if there is a team which is very solid in the defense, many times I have played against Lithuanians, they start to be frustrated if they don't get the goals. Like in the first half, we make a great defense. They start to make penalties, offensive mistakes. So that's the way how you have to play against Lithuania. That you can defense very solid, very stable, be very peaceful, and let's Lithuanians make the mistakes, and let them to be frustrated. That's the secret to play against them.
So yeah, what's your opinion about that? Do you think Lithuania Turkey can make Lithuania to make Turkey can take Lithuania to make these mistakes? Or yeah, what's your opinion about that?
Yeah, I have seen a couple of yes, I was in a Vilnius. We play against Turkey, and I saw most of the matches there. So their defense was solid in a couple of games. They played 6 matches in the tournament, and they play solid defense in 2 or maximum 3 matches. So I'm quite skeptic that they can find this kind of great defense in this tournament after all, because their key players have lost their best level during the Corona break. But of course, maybe the preparation have gone better than I guessed. So it's still possible, of course, but I still believe in Lithuanians. They have so huge experience, capacity, and they know how to win this quarterfinal games and how to manage to the top 4.
Okay, then I would mean we talked about everything you can talk in this topic. So
Mhm.
I will want to talk with you about single players. What's your
Mhm.
opinion? Which single players could be the most important players at the
Mhm.
Paralympic Games?
Yeah, of course, if we start Brazil, then of course Leomon Moreno is nice to see how good shape he has come to the Tokyo. He has been one of the best thrower in the world during last 8 years since 2014 Espoo World Championships. So he will be very dominating player in this competition, I believe. And of course, it's very nice and great to see how the Kendrick Pavliudiak from Lithuania, which kind of shape he has get before the tournament. He didn't play in Vilnius. He had some injury also. He played only one period, but he made 2 goals against Ukraine and he defends quite well. So let's see if his hand is in a total shape, and he will be very dominating also once again. I believe if this kind of player comes to Paralympic Games, he's always in a good shape. And I one team which we haven't mentioned many times, it's China. They have get a new generation to move in. They have a quite young starting lineup. I think the middle age is 24 years, and they have a right winger, player number 3. It's a young Ming Yuan. He's a very talented, very great thrower and also solid defender. So he was very on fire in Tokyo IPSA qualifiers and also in Asian Championship. So I think he could be one very good player to watch in the games. And of course, there are a lot of more. I have to say one is Clisson Mapareni from Belgium. He's a very important player for his team. How good he will be in a throwing. His goals are very important for the team. And of course, there are a lot of interesting players. In the USA, they have a Tyler Merrin, who is very experienced and very solid defending and good thrower, great penalty thrower, and as you mentioned that 2016 USA won Brazil in the semifinals 10-1 and made 9 penalty goals, and Tyler Merrin made them all. So he's a very good in this place. And also the USA has a young, yes, the Callahan Young, new rising star. I think he is uh, very talented, very tall guy, and he's a very hard and hard pouching balls. He's also very nice to see how much he will play in the tournament and how much he get responsibilities and chances. But he is very talented, and very nice to see how he will manage in this tournament. That's all. I think, of course, as we mentioned, in Germany, there is Oli Herauf and Michael Dennis. They are very good, and also Felix Roque. He is very very strong offensive player also. In Vilnius, he throw very great shots, and let's see, maybe this time he go to the left side. He play a lot of the right, and maybe he get a more familiar place in the left, and maybe he will be also very good goal scorer in this tournament.
Okay, yeah. About Callahan Young, I would mean, yeah, he could become very difficult, very important. So, yeah, because the others don't know him really, because he played in 2019 at the IPSA Tokyo qualifier, and then at the Paralympic Games 2020. But after that, we had the COVID pandemic, and we didn't have any tournament. And then in Trakai he played. But I mean, for example, Germany or Brazil, Brazil played at the Pan American Games against the USA, but I don't know if he was on the starting three then. But for example, Germany, they never played against him, I would mean. So and they don't know him. That was the same with Justas in 2016, and then he was number 3 at the top scorer list.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, that's true, and the Callahan Young, he's very good in the fast bouncing throws. Yeah, they would be a very big surprise for many opponents, and I believe he will be a very surprising player for many opponents. And as you said, Justas Pasarauskas was also that kind of secret in Lithuanian side on 2016, and this kind of new stars. Every team need this kind of players if they want to go for a long in this tournament for the until the end of the gold medal match. They have to find some new guys who can make a big surprise for the opponent teams. So Callahan Young is very good talent, and let's see how good, in which kind of shape he has here in Tokyo.
Yeah, but we also have to mention that he is without experience at the Paralympic Games. That's his first Paralympic game. And I mean, if you want to win the gold medal, maybe it could be difficult without any experience. Or what do you think about that?
But as we mentioned, Justas Pasarauskas, it was also Rio Paralympic Games was his first appearance in the Paralympic Games. So this kind of sometimes this kind of situation is very easy for the newcomers. Sometimes they have nothing to lose. This is okay. This is my first Paralympic Games. I just do my best. I just do what I have practiced. I just keep my best level in the games. They don't think so much about all the things about what this means about the rest of my career. Is this my final destination in my career? What if I disappointed now? What can happen? They don't stress so much like sometimes players who are in their maybe last Paralympic Games, or they haven't won the gold medal and we have to do that. So sometimes it's easy for the newcomers to play in the Paralympic Games. They just enjoy the atmosphere. This time, unfortunately, there will be no audience, I think, in the matches. So it's very big minus because in the Paralympic Games, the best thing that there is a lot of audience, and it's not so typical in the goalball matches that there are a lot of audience, and it's like for me, it's one of the best thing in a Paralympic Games, of course, that you can play against the best teams. But yeah, sometimes it's good to be newcomer and play in a great in the crucial matches. You don't stress so much. You think that you are not so much. You don't have so much responsibility of your team, and you think that most experienced guys will take the most of the responsibility how we play. But of course, it's depends what kind of mental you are and what kind of can you handle all that that you are in a big pressure. Of course, you are playing for the Paralympic medals. Sometimes it's come over you and you can't handle that. So it depends what kind of guy you are and what kind of mentally strength you have.
Okay, yeah. And the next thing I want to talk about is, that Germany and Germany, Michael Dennis. Yeah, you heard it from his name. He's married with Amanda Dennis, the player of the USA women's goalball team. And because of that, he is known in the US, but Michael also knows the USA. And what do you mean how it depends on the game? For example, Germany plays against the USA. Michael knows the whole team, and the team USA, everyone knows the heart of the German national team.
I think, of course, if guys knows you, they know your weaknesses. Of course, Michael Dennis is very good, very great player. He has not so much weaknesses, but of course, nowadays all the teams have some scouting, which kind of opponents they have, and they know they can get some video data and material about the opponents, so they can make familiar the opponents. So I think this is very good for German side, because Michael Dennis could give a lot of tips and get a lot of opinions to other German players, and he can give information what kind of opponents, what kind of players Team USA have. But of course, Team USA can use also the information about Michael Dennis for them, and they can find his some weakness in his defense, or some way to get him out of control. But it's always very important that you know your opponent, and all the information is many times it's very important. So all the tips and thoughts and opinions that Michael Dennis can share with the German guys are important also for the German team. But it will be, if these two teams will meet each others in some crucial match, it's nice to see that which side could get figure out with this information better. So let's see. It's would be very nice battle between USA and Germany, and so let's see what's gonna happen if this kind of match will happen.
And one team we don't talk about, that's Algeria. And yeah, what do we have expect of Algeria? If you look back on 2012 in London, they reached the quarterfinals, but in Rio 2016, yeah, they lost in the prelim round. They only got one win in the game against Canada. That was the most strange game I've ever seen, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They won
Yeah.
17-13 in the end with
Yeah.
with at least 10 missed penalties from both sides in this game. And yeah, but
That's
yeah,
crazy.
what we have to expect from Algeria this time.
Yeah, Algeria is, of course, very interesting team. They are totally dominating the African championships. They don't have a tough competition there. So that's why I think that this level, on the Paralympic level, is maybe too much this time also, because they haven't have any international competitions since 2020 African Championships, and we know the level of those games. Those games are very low if we compare to Paralympic Games. So I'm quite skeptic how they can manage against, for example, Brazil and Lithuania, who are very, very tough and very great offensive player also, because the big problem many times that Algerians have, that they defense are not in the best quality, and of course also they have a quite couple of very good throwers, but they also make a penalty mistakes very much. So I think this kind of international high level matches are sometimes too much for them and too much to handle, and I believe that they will pull out from the quarterfinals, because the quality of their play is not so good as the others in the pool A. Of course, Japan is the closest team, but I think that Japan has a very good team spirit and very good motivation in the home ground and as the host. So I believe that Algeria will pull out of the quarterfinals this time also.
Yeah, you mentioned, for example, against Lithuania, but that's a topic I want to discuss, because you know that Lithuania in the past, they sometimes had really problems with teams where you said they have to win really lightly. For example, against Greece at the international qualifier in 2019, or also at the Paralympic Games against Romania, where you say, yeah, Lithuania and Romania, that has to be a 10-0 win in 5 minutes. But in the end, yeah, the first half, it was really close. It was, if I remember right, it was a 3-0 only for Lithuania at halftime. And also in 2018 against Algeria at the World Championship, they only won by 6-5. What's the reason why Lithuania can play this kind of opponents?
Of course, sometimes when you have an opponent that you must win, you can't lose that. Of course, it's very likely that you will win that game. Sometimes it's very hard to get the fight spirit on to Eye of the Tiger, and it's a very hard to motivate you, because you have only thing to lose is if you play bad game. It's sometimes it's very difficult to motivate in this kind of matches, and that's why maybe also the teams try to fix their lineups, try something new, try some kind of test for the crucial games, more crucial games. Sometimes it doesn't work, so maybe this point, and when the weaker opponent gets goals and they get more fight spirit in their play, they have nothing to lose. They have only they can only fight and treat the big favorite. And sometimes it can happen that it will be very tough match and very sticky for the big favorite. And of course, 6-5 Lithuania Algeria, it's a very poor result for Lithuania, but after all they won that game. It's after all, it doesn't matter anything because you won, and nobody, only you and me maybe remember all the results of the 2020 Pajulahti games or something like that. So in the Paralympic Games, you don't mind that so much. That if you win, it's all that you have to do after all.
Yeah, but that's an important scenario that you can watch in all kind of sports. For example, also in soccer, if you look on England, yeah, if you look on the quality of a team, yeah, you would mean they have to reach at least every time the semi-final in European Championships. But in the end, they won one title in 1966. So that's and also at the European Championship this year, you saw that, for example, Netherlands, they were the best team in the prelims, and then in the last 16 they lost against Czech Republic. So that's good. How can that happen? An opponent beats you, although you're 3 or 4 times better.
It's many times it's a mental side, because if you think that you can save now energy, you can put all in, you doesn't need to put all the energy on, and you don't have to charge all the 100% to do this match. It changes fast, very quickly, very challenging, and when you give up some persons from your preparing, from your motivation, it's very difficult to get it back. It's very difficult to find during the match. And now I put 100%. I just came to this match with the 70%. Now I have to put 100%. It's very difficult to change that mentally, and that's why sometimes this big sensations can happen.
Okay, that was the last thing I want to talk. Is there anything you want to talk about?
I think we have talked a lot of things. This has been very fascinating and a very big pleasure to be part of the show, and it's very great to talk with you about Goalball, because you have followed Goalball for a long time, and you have a very big passion and very big heart for Goalball, and this is very big pleasure for me to talk with this kind of persons who really brief Goalball. And I'm just want to go down sleep for a couple of hours and wake up here in Finland. It will be 3 a.m. In the night time when the first match will start, and hopefully the live stream will work then, that I will become very angry if I wake up in Wayne. So hopefully everything will work, and we will get a great opening match for the Paralympic Games, and then we have 9 days for the big goalball party, and I really love to follow the most of the matches and spend my days for and nights also for goalball. And yeah, this will be big party once in a 4 year, so everybody let's enjoy it, and it will be great to share opinions and thoughts about the games, how they go in a social media, and anyway where you can contact me and ask some questions if you want, and I will. It's my pleasure to talk about the goalball. It's the best sport in the world. So great! It will be wonderful 9 days ahead.
Yeah, I mean the same, and yeah, you're lucky that 3 a.m. I have to wake up at 2 a.m. in my time zone. So, so, but yeah, I also think that 9 days you said we have, yeah, the whole day goalball to watch and high quality.